been cruising in Japan for just over 10 years now. I began cruising on a small sail yacht, 30-metre sail yacht, Chimera. I was their Japanese-speaking stewardess, and we travelled the length of the country from Ishigaki in the south right up to the north. The following year, I was introduced to Nigel Beattie, and he put me on board Silver Cloud as the onboard translator. And again, we cruised for 3 months the whole length of the country. From that time on, I've cruised Japan most years on board a yacht, and recently I worked remotely from Cairns in Australia. You may not think of Japan as likely super yacht cruising grounds, so today I'm going to introduce you to the fantastic year-round cruising of the 6,800 islands that is the archipelago of Japan. Size-wise, Japan doesn't seem particularly large. It's comparable to New Zealand, UK. But in fact, from temperate Hokkaido in the north to subtropical Ryukyu Islands in the south, the distance spans about 2,400 kilometres. However, as Japan lies on a diagonal, the true distance from the northern part to the most southern part is 3,000 kilometres. For those of you from down under, to give you a visual, to place this on a map, it would stretch from Gladstone, Queensland, across to Stewart Island, the southernmost part of New Zealand. We have a few main cruising routes into Japan. Increasingly, we're seeing more yachts come across the Northwest Passage, around the Aleutian Islands, and into Hokkaido. This is a distance of 1,800 nautical miles. From Palau straight up, 1,800 nautical miles into Yokohama or Kobe. From Hawaii across, 3,500 nautical miles. And an easy trip across to the south to Hong Kong, 570 nautical miles. We have 5 main ports of entry into Japan. On the very south, Ishigaki. This small funky village provides friendly, efficient clearances, organic fruit and vegetables, an organic dairy farm whose products chefs love, and the superior Ishigaki beef, which a lot of yachts stock up on prior to departing the country. Moving north, Ishigaki. Moving north, Fukuoka is the largest city on the island of Kyushu. Manino Marina here could take yachts up to 90 metres. The city offers an international airport with private jet facilities, sumo, baseball, great nightlife, and all the things you expect from a big city are here in Fukuoka. A quirky feature of the city is the hundreds of food stands, yatai, that pop up along the riverfront every evening and are packed up again late at night. If a yacht is coming from Asia, Fukuoka provides a convenient direct entry into the hub of Japan. From here, you can circumnavigate around Kyushu, or you can pop through the Kanwa Channel into the sheltered Setonaikai. For yachts intending to spend time in Japan, Kobe makes for a great base. All the main train lines run from Kobe, and easy day trips are made to Himeji Castle, Osaka, Kyoto, and Nara, the ancient capital of Japan. Hakodate, up in the north, here, is the nearest point of Japan to Adak, meaning we have a number of yachts that make this their last stop for refueling before departing the country. SYL divides the country into 5 main cruising routes. Beginning in the south, and here, your trip would begin with some spectacular dives. Yonaguni Island is the southernmost island of Japan, just 100 kilometres from Taiwan. Here lies the spectacular underwater Yonaguni monuments. These monuments are estimated at 10,000 years old. They're said to include the ruins of a castle, 5 temples and a stadium. But there's still debate today whether these are completely natural or man-made. Just northeast from Iiyamote lies just northeast from here lies Shigamote. This island is 90% covered in subtropical jungle. Rare animals such as the endangered Shigamote wildcat may be sighted with jungle trekking. And as with much of Japan, there are open-air hot springs, perfect for a soak at the end of the day trekking. Ishigaki itself has a number of great dive spots. Manta City and Manta Scramble are two of Japan's most celebrated dive spots. Between November and April, manta literally scramble together to be cleaned by tiny white fish in an area of abundant coral growth and crystal blue waters. Moving up the chain, Miyako is a quiet island with incredible azure shades of crystal blue waters, white sand beaches, and a rocky cape overlooking reefs and Miyako blue waters. Just off the mainland of Okinawa lies a little-known group of the Kidama Islands. These 22 islands are mostly uninhabited slice of heaven. There are great anchorages and moorings throughout these islands, and at certain times of the year this becomes home to the Pacific whale, which are closely monitored and protected, not hunted. In 2015, we had Mori Osaluzi cruise these waters for a dive charter. They came into Ishigaki. They cruised Yonaguni, Ishigaki, Miyako for 7 days, 2 dives a day, and then a quick trip back to Hong Kong. Next cruising ground I'll take you to is Kyushu. I've already introduced you to the metropolitan city of Fukuoka. From here, moving clockwise around, I'll take you to Oita, Bedford, a land of geothermal activity. Here you can take a tour of hell, multicoloured pits of boiling water and mud. Or from Oita, you can head inland to the hot spring town of Yukon, home to boutique shops, delightful cafes and hot springs galore. Uejima is a special island in the inland sea between Kyushu and Shikoku. It's home to bull sumo, where 2 bulls wrestle with each other. This is considered a sacred sport and is officiated by a priest. SYL can arrange a private viewing of the sport for money up guests. Moving right up north, the next cruising ground is a northern route. We begin this on what is referred to as the back of Japan. This region is remote by Japan standards and has retained a lot of historical structures due to being outside of the major war zones. The city of Kanazawa has an abundance of historical buildings and districts, but above and beyond the architecture is the Kenroku Gardens, one of the top 3 gardens in Japan. Sado Island is here. It's home to the Kodo Taiko Drummers, an international travelling group. These drums are said to resemble a mother's heartbeat as felt in the womb and are said to lull baby to sleep. There are also 20 knoll theatres on the island. The island is also home to the fishing tub woman. The oval-shaped vessels derive directly from the miso brewing barrels and are used to manoeuvre around the shore to collect seaweed and fish. Moving up north to Akita and Aomori, these are home to some of Japan's biggest festivals. Morio turmoil followed the festival season up here in 2010. This happens in August, very cool time of year. Mainland Japan gets very hot and humid. August up in Hokkaido is much like a normal climate at around 25 degrees. This year, from the 3rd to the 6th of August, Kanton Matsuri will take place. It's considered one of the 3 great festivals. This rice harvest festival sees the streets turn into a dazzling display of light and sheer skill as men balance these huge bamboo lanterns on their heads, their chest and their hips. And then from the 2nd to the 7th of August, up in Aomori, Nebuta Matsuri takes place. These are oversized lanterns depicting mythical creatures and gods which are carried around the city every evening. Hakodate up in Hokkaido was one of the first ports in Japan to open to foreign trade, which is apparent in the many Western churches and consulates in the old area of Otemachi. Bringing us down to Yokohama, one of the main points of entry if you're coming from Hawaii or perhaps even straight up from the south. Currently in Yokohama, Tokyo is one of the richest economies, has one of the richest city economies in the world. It's a huge city, and Yokohama, although a separate city, is basically part of Greater Tokyo. At the moment, we're developing Yokohama Shinkofuto. This berth is in a prime downtown location for yachts. It is the closest that you'll get to Tokyo, especially for the Rugby World Cup into 2020 Olympics. The new berth will have capabilities for a number of yachts, 200-metre berths on the north and south side, for yachts to go alongside or stern to. A heliport will provide direct access into Tokyo for guests to see Rugby World Cup and Olympic Games. The area of downtown Yokohama has a spectacular nightline, as you can see here. The wharf is lined with fabric warehouses, just over here, that house boutique shops and Michelin-star restaurants. Not to mention the Queen's Towers, just here, which underneath is a huge shopping mall with international brands and foreign foods. There's also a theme park, and in here is a 4-floor hot spring complex, which actually has their hot spring water trucked in from the mountains. Okay, so our last cruising ground is down in the Seto Naikai, which means the inland sea. This is our most popular route due to its sheltered cruising, abundance of history, culture and nature, all within a few hops and skips of each other. This is home to 3,000 islands, and surprisingly clear waters due to the strong currents that flow through here. Kobe Airport can handle private jets and has private facilities for processing for immigration and customs. For here it's a quick 20-minute drive across the bridge to a yacht named in port. Likewise, Kansai Airport can take private jets, while guests can be tendered directly to the airport to jump onto a commercial flight. The diversity of the Seto Naikai includes the Ritsuin Gardens, created in 1745 in Takamatsu, the Art Island of Naoshima, featuring many of Yayoi Kusuma's pop art, as well as the Venese and Chichu museums housing works of Monet. The private resort of Kaze no Oto, reserved for the elite of Japan. Bella Vista Marina Hotel with its dramatic sunset views. And Omishima, home to a Namazumi shrine, where Japanese warlords would pray for victory in battle. If their prayers were answered, they would return to the shrine and lay their arms down in a tribute to the gods. Japan has so much to offer yachts, whether passing through or en route. Passing through en route to Asia or Alaska, or basing in Japan in order for guests to come and go. Yachting in Japan offers the opportunity to see the country in all its diversity, experience its festivals, and taste your way through the cuisine, something that many Japanese themselves will not experience in such an entirety. Thank you.
Carol?
Yes?
Do you have any months that we should avoid?
The typhoon season is May to November. If you're up north, of course it's a little safer. There's some really safe anchorages, there's really protected bays with large mooring balls. The Coast Guard are always very helpful about keeping yachts posted on weather and where they can shelter. So there's plenty of time to escape an coming typhoon. And also with typhoons in Japan, it's an 80% mountainous country, so once the typhoon actually hits the country, it dissipates considerably, rather than the likes of Florida where it sweeps straight across because it's flat.
How are regulations? Do you have, is it difficult? Is there lots of regulations to accommodate in advance of the boat arriving, or is it during each clearance? Do you have to clear every time you go from one port to another?
Yes, we take care of that. You have to clear report. That's why I'm working closely with the government in Okinawa actually, and they're working on a tourism permit for us. So we expect within a year or two that around the Ryukyu Islands in Okinawa we will be able to cruise freely. And once that comes into place, we expect the rest of Japan to follow.
Is there a maximum amount of time you're allowed to stay? Or?
Not at all, not at all. Crew coming with yacht crew, they can come in on tourist visas or they can come in on crew passes, and a crew pass is issued for 2 weeks, but it can be extended numerous times in those 2 weeks.
Can you charter?
Yes. Yes, you can. Salusi chartered. Yes.
They're being active, the authorities being actively in attracting foreign vessels, foreign yachts into Japan.
Are they being
Are they being very proactive with this, or are they sort of...
Okinawa Tourism Bureau and yes. Yes, they're sponsoring us actually for our stand here.
Are there helicopters?
Yes, actually this year we've had a breakthrough. Previously it's been difficult. They're very strict on the regulations on the diameter of the helipad on the yacht. It must be no less than 13 metres for them to allow a helicopter, whether it's wants the vessel or wants to land. With the current large yachts we've had recently, this hasn't been an issue. And yes, we can find private helipads to land, and this year the Ministry of Land and Transport have allowed yachts to land on the vessel and then travel to shore.
Are there any other questions? Right, thanks, Carol.
Thank you.
So let's help ourselves with some food, and then later on, the team will continue the second press release. Please help yourself. Food and drinks.